You think you know Muffin? You're funny. There's so much more about this Bluey character than meets the eye. We're diving deep into the wackiest little whirlwind in the Healer universe to uncover truths that'll leave you laughing, gasping, and maybe even barking. From chaotic cousin to pint-sized powerhouse, Muffin's got secrets you won't believe. Ready to uncover the madness? Let's roll into the Muffin mayhem. Before Muffin was the queen of chaos, she made history, and not the kind they teach in school. Nope! Muffin was the first ever Bluey character to be sentenced to the most feared punishment in all of Healer kind. The dreaded timeout. Dun dun dun! Now, let's be honest. If there was anyone destined to break that barrier, it was our girl Muffin. This kid doesn't walk into a room. She storms in like a glitter tornado with snacks in one hand and absolute mayhem in the other. And what did she do to earn her crown as the timeout trailblazer? Oh, just a little harmless thing called total meltdown mayhem. She wanted Bluey's toy, couldn't have it, and went full Muffin mode. Screaming, stomping, possibly summoning ancient spirits. We're still checking the footage. And while most kids would have backed down and affirmed, no, Muffin was like, oh? You think you can contain me? And that's when it happened. The first time out in Bluey's history. Iconic, groundbreaking, legendary. She sat there like a tiny, fuzzy outlaw, exiled from the living room kingdom, plotting her next Muffin move. And let's be real, did the timeout change her? Not even a little. If anything, it gave her more power, like a supervillain returning from a dramatic backstory. So next time you see Muffin on screen, just remember, you're looking at a pioneer, a rebel, a biscuit-powered legend who turned time out into a badge of honor. If Bluey ever handed out awards, Muffin would win Loudest Living Creature without even trying. And her ultimate masterpiece of eardrum destruction, the episode I Love Playing. This isn't just loud. This is turn your volume down to 2 and still wake the neighbors loud. Now let's get the facts straight. Muffin doesn't talk in this episode. She screams. Not just regular kid screaming. We're talking full-on opera singer being chased by a bumblebee level of yelling. Scientists are still trying to figure out how her tiny lungs managed it. And let's not forget she out-yelled her episode, Charades, which we previously thought was the official loudest episode of Bluey ever. Nope. Muffin said, "Hold my juice box." At the exact moment her screech hit the airwaves, sound meters exploded everywhere. The square waveforms in the audio file, they flatlined, absolutely maxed out. One clip hit 583 KS and 605 KURS, which in technical terms means somebody saves our speakers. And what was she screaming about? Nothing major, just the pure, unfiltered joy of playing. That's it. Muffin loves playing so much that she physically cannot contain the enthusiasm inside her body. It had to come out at 300 decibels. If you've ever watched that episode with headphones, our thoughts are with you. If you've ever watched it with a toddler, you probably haven't heard anything since. So there it is. Muffin didn't just star in an episode. She shattered the sound barrier with it. A true volume queen. If you could pick any delicious dessert as your middle name, what would it be? And why would it make you the coolest kid ever? Let's talk Muffin Mania, baby. Not only is Muffin chaos in a fur coat, but she also holds the glittering crown for the most appearances of any secondary character in the entire Blueyverse. Yup, that's right, she's basically the Beyoncé of background baddies. She's popped up in more than 20 episodes, which means if Bluey had a punch card for guest stars, Muffin's already filled hers, collected the free toy, and screamed at the cashier because she wanted to. She's not just visiting, she's basically moved in. Don't be surprised if the next season is called Muffin and Friends, also Bluey. And get this, in 2024, Muffin was officially ranked 12th on the list of the top 50 best Bluey characters of all time. That's not a list made by some bored dogs on the street. That's the official fan-fueled, jelly-bean-powered countdown. Muffin beat out half the neighborhood, the postman, and even some of Bandit's barbecue buddies. Sorry, Dave. And honestly, we're not surprised. Every time Muffin shows up, you just know something is about to go kaboom. She brings the drama, the volume, the fashion, if socks on hands count, and enough main character energy to launch a rocket made of glitter and banana peels. Whether she's throwing tantrums, inventing weird new games, or breaking sound barriers, Muffin doesn't just appear, she takes over. So yes, she may be technically a secondary character, but let's be real, Muffin's out here starring in her invisible spin-off. Bow down to the screen, Queen. Chaos has never looked so cute. Alright, buckle up because this is one of the funniest things about Muffin that you might not have noticed. She can't pronounce her R's. That's right. Muffin, the Queen of Chaos, has a signature speech quirk where every R magically transforms into a W. And it is absolutely hilarious. She doesn't say ready, she proudly shouts Weddy. Not rainbow, but Wainbow. And somehow, that just makes everything 10 times funnier. Imagine Muffin marching into a room, arms flailing, yelling, "I'm the Princess of Wainbows!" It's not just cute, it's iconic. She turns every sentence into a comedy sketch without even trying. Even when she's mad, you can't take her seriously. You'll hear something like, "I'm not going to bed. Sleep is for losers." And you're on the floor laughing. Now let's be clear, this isn't just a baby face. This is Muffin language. Her voice is so unique that it's become part of her legend. It's how you know Muffin's entered the scene, ready to turn everything upside down with a single wobbly sentence. And the best part, she owns it. She doesn't slow down. She doesn't correct herself. She just keeps going, louder, prouder, and more Muffin than ever. So the next time you hear her yell, "Rocket to the rescue!" and it comes out as "Walk it to the weskew." Don't fix your speakers. That's just Muffin being Muffin, and we wouldn't want her any other way. Wait a second. Does Muffin have a secret side? The same kid who screams at full volume because someone looked at her funny actually keeps things to herself? That's right. Beneath the glittery chaos and sock hand drama lives a mysterious little Muffin full of untold secrets. Shocking, we know. You'd think a tiny whirlwind like her would shout everything on her mind 24/7. And she usually does. But every now and then, there's this pause. That rare moment when Muffin goes suspiciously quiet. And when that happens, everyone panics because silence in Muffinland means only one thing. Something's cooking. Possibly actual food. Possibly a toddler uprising. Her parents, Stripe and Trixie, seem to know this too. That's probably why they don't just call her Muffin. Nope. They've got special names for her, Muffy and Muffles. And honestly, those names sound like undercover aliases, like she's part of some secret agency. This is Agent Muffles, reporting for Tickle Mission Alpha Banana. You just know she's up to something when they call her that. Maybe she's writing in a secret diary made of cereal boxes. Maybe she's training her plush toys to take over Bluey's room. Or maybe she's just sitting in the corner, plotting how to ban bedtime forever. And the most Muffin part of all? She keeps some things to herself, but will still scream at the top of her lungs if she doesn't get the pink bowl. That's the magic. Chaos on the outside, mystery on the inside. Muffin isn't just a wild child, she's a mystery burrito wrapped in giggles and glitter. So next time you hear someone say, "Muffy's being quiet," run. Because that means Muffles is making plans, and they're going to be weird. Picture this. A tiny tornado with a tiara and socks on her hands who doesn't get what she wants, and then explodes. That's right, you've just met Muffin during one of her famous temper tantrums. A force of nature so powerful, scientists are still trying to figure out if it registered on the Richter scale. Muffin's tantrums are like tiny volcanic eruptions. You never see them coming, but when they hit, everything's covered in glitter and chaos. Whether it's in bike charades, where she didn't get the bike she wanted, or in facey talk, where the conversation wasn't going her way, Muffin's got a PhD in throwing fits. And it's not just a little whine here and there. No, this kid goes full storm mode. She'll scream, stomp, and throw her socked hands in the air like she's summoning a sock monster army. Seriously, If tantrums were an Olympic sport, Muffin would have more gold than Michael Phelps. Even in The Quiet Game, where silence is the name of the game, Muffin's temper sneaks out like a ninja with a megaphone. How? By being the loudest silent tantrum you've ever seen. It's like she's saying, "I'm mad and I'm pretending not to be, but everyone should definitely know I'm mad." And honestly, it's part of her charm. Sure, tantrums mean a lot of noise and chaos, but they also mean Muffin's passion. Whether she's throwing a fit or throwing glitter, she's all in. 100% Muffin all the time. So next time Muffin flips out, don't panic, just grab some popcorn and enjoy the show. Because when Muffin throws a tantrum, it's a full-on, unforgettable performance. Hey, have you ever met someone who totally believes they're the most special kid in the whole wide world? Like beyond just, "I'm great," and more like, "I'm the chosen one of all things awesome"? Well, that someone is Muffin, and oh boy, does she wear that crown proudly. Muffin doesn't just think she's special, she knows it. Like if there were a Most Special Kid Olympics, she'd not only win gold, she'd probably also get a medal for Most Enthusiastic Acceptance Speech, probably involving some sock puppets and a glitter explosion. She's got that look in her eyes that says, "Step aside, peasants! The Muffin Express is rolling through," whether she's demanding the biggest slice of cake or insisting that the world revolve around her snack schedule. Muffin owns her specialness like a tiny queen on a throne made of toy blocks. And honestly, how could she not? With all that energy, that wild imagination, and the ability to turn even the smallest thing into a dramatic event, Muffin's life is a one-kid Broadway show. Her belief in being the most special kid is the secret sauce behind all her wild adventures, epic tantrums, and those moments when she steals the spotlight without even trying. So the next time Muffin struts into the room like she owns the place, just remember, in her world, she does. And honestly, wouldn't you want to be that special too? Subscribe now, or Muffin will find you with a cupcake cannon, and trust me, you don't want frosting everywhere. Okay, quick question. Have you ever tried to figure out someone's birthday only to discover it's a total mystery? Like not an "I forgot the year" mystery, but a full-on cloak and dagger, secret agent level mystery? Well, welcome to the baffling birthday case of Muffin. So here's what we know. Muffin's birthday is on the 12th. But the month? Oh no, that's a top secret classified Muffin fact. It's like someone hit the pause button on the calendar and said, "We're not telling." This was confirmed in the episode Pass the Parcel, where Muffin casually dropped the bombshell that her birthday is the 12th, but then gave absolutely zero clues about the month. Suspicious, right? It's as if Muffin is guarding her birthday like it's a treasure chest full of chocolate coins and tiny socks. Why the mystery? Who knows? Maybe Muffin's birthday is so legendary that if the world knew the exact month, there'd be a global party holiday declared. Or maybe she's just really, really good at keeping secrets. Could she be the world's tiniest birthday ninja, sneaking past calendars and hiding her big day from us all? And honestly, it kinda fits her vibe. Muffin is loud, wild, and unpredictable, but also full of surprises. Keeping her birthday month a secret? Classic Muffin move. It's like she's saying, "I'm special and mysterious, and you'll just have to wait and see when I celebrate." So, if you want to wish Muffin a happy birthday, just mark your calendar for the 12th and hope for the best in the month. Because with Muffin, nothing is ever simple, and that's exactly how she likes it. This is a juicy one, because here comes one of the sweetest Muffin secrets ever. Her middle name is Cupcake. Yep, you heard that right. This was confirmed in the episode Pass the Parcel, where Muffin casually drops this delicious detail like it's no big deal. But honestly, it's a game changer. Imagine having Cupcake as your middle name. Every time someone says your full name, it sounds like a party invitation. Muffin Cupcake Healer, please report to the snack table. Now, Muffin isn't just special because of her cupcake middle name. She's only the second character in the whole Bluey universe to have her middle name revealed. The very first one? Her cousin, the star of the show, Bluey. So Muffin has officially joined this ultra-exclusive club of named characters. where the membership perks include having extra syllables in your name and the right to throw the wildest playdates. But wait, there's more fluff to this story, literally! Muffin's tail is way bigger than her sister's. By the time Granny Healer shows up, Muffin's tail has become its own character. It's like a giant fluffy flag waving, "I'm here and I'm adorable," everywhere she goes. If Muffin had a theme song, it would probably be something like Tail Swingin' Superstar. Just imagine Muffin zooming around with that massive tail flapping like a superhero cape, ready to save the day, or at least ready to knock over a few toys in the process. That tail's got more personality than some whole episodes of Bluey. It's the perfect complement to her big attitude and even bigger charm. So, with a middle name like Cupcake and a tail that steals the show, Muffin's living her fluffiest, most fabulous life. And honestly, we wouldn't want her any other way. Thanks for hanging out with us and exploring Muffin madness. Now don't miss our next video. It's got even more wild secrets you won't believe. Click right here, and boom! See you there.